if you can't hear music. Oh, I can't hear any music. That's not good. So I can see someone waving at me. Ingrid, were you trying to say something? No?
Just, I was there.
All right, okay. Could you all hear the sound?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's carry on. This was located in the James Watt Conference Centre, where the gathering was held in Edinburgh. This was their theatre. It was a public theatre, so we had not everybody in the audience was actually a done it person.
For this evening's performance, the part of Ludovico de Bologna will be played by Kathy Miller. The part of Ludovico's Bannerman will be played by Hank Bishop. The part of Belle will be played by Ingrid McMillan. And a special thanks to Annette Schultz for stepping up to the last moment to operate one of our video cameras. And for any of you that have cell phones, would you please
Good evening.
I still have my mask from New Orleans, from then. It came from New Orleans. It's my stairs behind the picture.
Francesco et Filippo was performed. Many people, some of them here, contributed to it. But the inspiration and the driving force behind it was Tova Hollinger, and sadly Tova died shortly after that gathering. So we would like to dedicate tonight's entertainment to her. The following operetta is based mostly, but not entirely, upon the works of Gilbert and Sullivan. Please do join in with gusto when you are asked to. And now, without further ado, we present tonight's production, based, somewhat loosely, on the House of Niccolo series, the Nikado, or Trial of de Fleury, being the transcript of the proceedings against Sir Nicol de Fleury, the former Lord Beltrees, at the Sheriff's High Court in Edinburgh, the 23rd day of July, in this 2000th year of grace.
Dorothy Dunnett was sort of sat just facing that table that you can see in front of the front row.
That's a toilet plunger in case you can't see her wooden leg.
So that's Cindy Byrne, who's my co-conspirator in putting this on. She was the musical director for it. Though not quite all Gilbert and Sullivan, as you can tell.
In Kermes, walnuts, indigo, and lapis lazuli. I'm going to corner trading marks and spread accountancy.
And this part of this song was written by Heather Fletcher, who some of you may remember. And then I wrote the rest.
The trading score, the scales they weigh the gold, as though no fool of either sex would come to break the mold and treat trade as just a game, from for fun and joy. For Nikado, whose strange career I've watched to man and boy. But is the lad's career now done, and has he had his day? The jury waits now to decide. The trial is underway.
All stand for His Corpulence Jordan the Sample of Sydney. All stand for His Corpulence. All stand for His Corpulence Jordan Sample of Committed.
Be seated. My name is Jordan Sample of Kilmirran, and it is my sad, sad duty to preside today over the trial of Nikolo's glory. I've always taken a kindly interest in the but I am, of course, completely impartial, and so will ignore the whitewashed version of events recorded in that deeply biased book Gemini. I am here to determine the truth, as I see it. And be warned, I will brook no disruption in my courtroom. I've got a ring, and as some of you may be aware, I can't use it. Now we are about to swear in the jury. Monsieur de Salmaton, I trust they are an appropriate cross-section of society.
Yes, my lord. The Vaticano archives have provided me with a list of people who are unbelievably in debt and terrified of physical violence.
Objection.
Overruled. Jury, take your oath. And
So we were at one time going to have Julius as the prosecution lawyer. We wrote most of this before Gemini came out. So we didn't know what the ending was going to be. Julie Amory, done it person, actually got hold of an advanced copy, proofreading of Gemini, and offered to tell me anything I wanted to know about the outcome. And I just said, is anybody other than you than we think they're going to be? And she said, you might want to watch Julius. But that was after the decision we'd made to replace Julius with de Salmaton. This is from Pirates of Penzance. And there are, of course, 15 people on a jury in Scotland.
will now read the list of charges.
And it is indeed a heinous list. Raped his sister-in-law, murdered his stepson.
Is that a Margaret Thatcher impression, Simon?
I don't think so.
Destroyed Trebizond, Iceland, Scotland, and murdered me in cold blood.
Much more devious and creepy, I think, than Margaret Thatcher, who's much more straightforward.
Today it so happened that a villain has been found. His crimes are on the need a longer list. Yes, indeed, we get the gist. You need a longer list. He betrayed the Queen of Cyprus and he had to be dismissed. That crime too is on the list. It's on the list. He killed his wife's sole son and heir who is so deeply missed. This is a growing list. The child he called his brother was in incest born his son, and he hides his cruel wickedness in superficial fun. In bed he turns home praise his nephew, he corrupted too. He associates with reprobates of every creed and hue. He robbed the Vaticano, and I swear he cheats at whist. He's guilty, I insist. He's guilty, I insist. He's guilty, we insist. He never will be missed. He's guilty, we insist. He never will be missed. I now call my first witness, Miss G. Van Borselen, at the age of 18.
Who is Van Borselen, age 18? Cornelis Van Borselen, age 18. Cornelis Van Borselen, age 18. What do you want?
Miss Van Borselen, are you feeling sulky, resentful, bad-tempered in a witty kind of way, and hopelessly in love with the defendant whom you also fear and despise? Yes. In that case, please tell us the history of the defendant's relations with your sister, the easily pronounceable Catalina Van Borselen.
Sorry, I'll mute, Marvin.
Perhaps some members of the jury and the public gallery would assist, i.e. assignment of St. Paul.
That was Olive there. Who told us she had a lot of experience with vain men.
I need Marion Charity. I need some people of Bruges.
So Marion was played by Kit Gordon, who some of you may
And
know.
of course, I need Claes van der Bolen.
That was the only appearance we have by, one of two appearances. He's always in flashback. We couldn't find someone to actually do justice to Nikado, so we just didn't bother.
A Scotsman came to the town of Bruges, and all around the 8 Rouge were maidens of every sort and type. Should he laugh and fall just right? But for them the Scotsman felt no win. Though he charmed them, they charmed not him. Their chances of marriage were all too slim, for this Narcissus was cute but dim. He's rather dim. This most athletic, very aesthetic man on his own limb. With love there's been and wrong is written by a man who's truth but dim. This most athletic, very aesthetic man on his own limb. With love there's been and wrong is written by a man.
This song comes from the opera Patience by Gilbert and Sullivan. A magnet stood in a hardware shop is the real title. Note the butterfly there. It's about to attack Catalina. Rescued by Class. Catalina, played by Jennifer Giles' daughter, whose name is actually Philippa.
Deserted by her
She wed the athletic, very aesthetic man of discipline, and lived to fret and deeply regret her marriage grown so grim. She wed the athletic, very aesthetic man of discipline, and lived to fret and deeply regret her marriage grown so grim.
Thank you, Miss.
I must commend the chorus, who was fantastic with so little time to rehearse.
Yes, they're brilliant.
Miss Van Borselen, you may go.
She was stupid. She was so stupid. I hate her. I love her. No, I hate her. I love her. Oh.
Go.
I now call Catalina Sir Sanders.
Call Catalina Sasana.
This is Mickey Beast.
My name's Kathy. What's yours?
Clearly, we're aiming for highbrow.
My name's Kathy. What's yours? You all have names? I'm going to the dentist tomorrow. I lost a tooth. Did you know that dentists are an anachronism? Just like maids in 15th century Africa?
So one of the very few boo-boos that Dorothy Dannett made in historical research. I was sat at the back and could see right into her face, and she laughed like a drain at that line.
Oh, yes, I do. My uncle is Anselm, and I am Anselm Thursday sister.
I see. Tell us about Nicolo de Fleury. He's your good friend, I believe.
Oh, he's my best friend. I love him a lot.
Ah, so there's a relationship between you and the defendant, Cassie.
No, Daddy, I'm not Kathy. My name's Kathy.
That's what I said, Cassie.
Oh, no, you did. Oh, never mind. I am a woman of the intellect.
I'm here.
Not a body. I am wise.
But you do say there is a relationship between you, and you are a married woman.
Oh, it's not that kind of relationship. For you see, he's my good friend.
This is my favorite.
Oh, we get completely not sweet. I call him Mabel, and he's so very nice, you know, but not sexually. He's not into sex at all with me.
Her aunt made her that dress specially.
Now I went to wild for an intimate job, and he's so patient with me. When we're in the back of my bathroom, and he's my good friend. Nick, solo, side by side, in the sunshine, stand and go. Best friends you see, in a way that's so sweet. At least I think so. Bye.
That's genius.
I think I'd better call the defendant's first wife to give evidence against the accused.
Call Marion Dan Paris. Call Marion Chattery. Call Marion Van Poller.
I won't give evidence against him. I loved him. Even let him see me with my hair down.
Silence! Get up here and get evidence now!
It is true, is it not, that shortly after the defendant And shortly after he married you, your son Felix was killed.
Well, yes.
And just after that, your daughter Catherine left home?
Well, yes.
In fear of her life, I think. And just after that, you yourself died in mysterious circumstances.
Ah, what I do know about that.
The witness is dismissed. No more questions.
Listen to me, yet.
Overruled.
Listen to me, you must listen. I've looked at Nick from both sides now, as boss and wife, and still somehow his loving kindness I recall. You really don't know Nick at all.
Sit down. No more questions. Next witness.
Call Anna, Countess von Wenzel. Call Adelina. Call the nuts with the knife.
Anna, tell us about your childhood with the defendant.
Kill! Kill! Kill!
I want you to cast to when you and Nicholas were children together.
Took me ages to get those harp strings working correctly.
So nice to me. And he always loved his mother. I remember one day when Jacques was away and I danced for them. It seems so long ago. It was a lovely sunny day.
Oh, what a lovely sunny day. Hello, clouds. Hello, sky. Hello, Mama. Art thou weeping? It's very not sweetest, Mama. I brought you a present. It's a music box.
Nicky, how lovely. I know you're not too bright, but I am glad you're with your friends.
Thank you, Mama. Listen to it too. And Uncle Jack has excused Addie from her special lessons so she can dance.
Oh, Nicky, despite my many cares and woes, you
I was very proud with
always
Nikki. It introduced another variant to the name Nicholas that Dorothy Dunnett had not included in her books. She included just about every other possibility.
Anything for you mean everything to me. Know that I'd go anywhere.
Who was that young lad, Simon?
That is the son of the prosecution attorney, Slime, who's Cleo Kearns.
Another
Chris Kearns,
indoctrinated
his
youth
name was.
then. Poor child.
This was a family affair.
Yeah. He hated that jacket. So when we came to do it in Philadelphia, she asked if he could wear a t-shirt, and I said, yeah, fine.
Just fantastic, Simon.
We actually did a transatlantic rehearsal of that on the phone.
All right. Yeah, so Jenny was playing Sophie there. Terrified, loving, sad.
I wonder who was that. I remember Lee in Philadelphia.
You know how to cry rather than cause you harm.
Oh, Mama, why does everything lovely always end?
I'd already imagined he'd say mama, but he always said mama.
Thank you. Proof that the prisoner was a loving and devoted son.
And prepared to do do absolutely anything at all, his mother. We have a revenge motive. But let's hear more from the Countess and her second husband.
Oh, that's me. Wait a moment.
Julius is Mark Line, just in case Simon's not here at the moment.
Thank you, Tina.
I am. He died a few years ago, Mark.
Oh, did he?
And that's Jess Wilson from New Zealand, played Adelina.
Yes, we should sometimes mention the people who switch casts. It's brilliant. I remember Cheryl did Rosanna, and of course Dan did Matthias.
Of course, we had no idea if any of these people could act or sing before we actually met that first rehearsal day.
Ludovico da Bologna and Father Gottschalk.
Which is the correct pronunciation.
I'm going to need some help from my side of the congregation. That's you lot, from here to the wall. Will you sing with me? Yes! Good. I hope some of you will know this tune. I'll sing the first couple of lines and you'll really enjoy it.
For the Church of God,
the music for this hymn actually was written by Arthur Sullivan.
Tina wrote that one, didn't she?
Sorry?
Did Tina write the words to that one?
Yes, she did. I can't think what to do for this one, Tina. I said, write something. And she wrote this, which is fantastic.
Brilliant, Tina.
Thank you. I forgot we handed it out. The audience did a wonderful job.
Yeah, they had we held up the cards with the words on, but they were also printed on the programme. This whole thing of getting two people to get each half of the audience to sing and compete against each other, that's lifted straight from British pantomime tradition, Christmas shows where the kids all join in.
Usually with booze and hisses when the bad guy comes.
I like to think that in 5 minutes here, Tina sums up the schism between Eastern and Western Christianity and also the more warlike aspects of Christianity versus the more peaceable aspects, and in the end, resolves them. So Tina, if you could just do
I
that.
had been there.
Also a big pantomime thing, the oh no you're not, oh yes we are. The audience knows exactly what it's supposed to say.
There's only one way to prove it. Are you all ready to sing? Okay. Now I've got an idea. Why don't you sing at the same time? That way it's easy to tell who's louder and it will save time. And another thing. Why don't you both sing the same words? You're meant to be on the same side. Can't you find words you can both agree on? You are men of God, after all. I suppose so. Everybody was told to learn their lines in advance.
and not to have to bring scripts onto the stage, and everybody who's there exactly did that.
Now, let us move on to...
Yes, learning all those songs as the chorus, that was an undertaking.
Was Pat, you're quite right.
Yes, took me ages.
Jennifer Gar's husband, so we had Jennifer, her husband, and her daughter taking part in this.
Captain Astor, tell us something about your role and your experience with Niccolo de Fleury, bearing in mind that one of the serious charges against him is the murder of Felix Chalenti.
I am the very model of the mercenary conductor. I'm evidence on Nick of which the jury should be made aware. I know the Dukes of Burgundy can quote Nick's fights historical, from Bruges down to the years in order categorical. Very well acquainted though with rulers quite tyrannical, but know a lot of swear words that upset the puritanical. Standings I am teeming with a lot of news, with many cheerful facts about the trumpets in the Senate.
Music is modern Major General, of course. These words were written by Heather Fletcher.
I'm not too hot on calculating cannonball trajectories. So give that job to Randy Blue Stained bourgeois friends. With ragged ear and twisted eye, I put my beard up in the air, for I'm the very model of the mercenary conductor.
It's Cindy Byrne conducting.
When the final music, supportive rescue charge effectively obscured mine, I swear on old Felix's death was just a bolt out of the blue. That for my credentials and of facts to judge Nicholas's guilt, but I know not of business or of trade on which his empire built. Blame him for the extinction of his fellows, say you were quite bereft. But looking round, I say there were too many of the buggers left.
Strike that evidence from the record. Oh, except for the bit about the stews and Dogsons.
This is absurd!
Shut up!
And let's call the next witness to prove Nicol de Fleury to be an immoral and unfaithful philanderer.
Well, I think you're up, Tina.
Oh, the princess
boy.
Oh,
Denise, are you there? Help
I'm
me.
here.
Yeah.
We all remember the green tool.
The Max sets.
Sandra Speeden.
We rehearsed over the phone. She was in Maryland. Sadly, she's since deceased.
Yeah.
I think we technically the day before, didn't we? I can remember rehearsing in a corridor somewhere.
There's Tina. And that's Denise.
Oh, Denise.
I printed some cards out, hadn't I, to give out, and I was delighted later on to find that Dorothy had kept them.
now tell us. Now tell us, ladies, something about yourselves
think these were the first lyrics I wrote.
I do know now that every time Future makes somebody anywhere, my husband groans. He just plays it over and over again to try and learn the words.
Not too wary, running our own sex seminary, talking about what we like to bury. Three names are we, three names are we.
I was terrified to look at Dorothy Dunnett throughout this.
Yes.
It's right in front of you, I guess. I told them to make that actually. I said, Simon, do you know what that means?
Oh, we're supposed to be body.
Marvellous.
They never stop moving.
They're still like that today.
It's such fun.
It's an immoral philanderer.
Oh, yes.
And, how many of you ladies slept with the accused?
I did. But I think it was him. Oh, life is dark. Especially when they're blonde and handsome and innocent.
You should have stopped there. I didn't realise the audience would get that so quickly.
Thank you, ladies. Having proved the accused to be an immoral and faithless philanderer, and to have been unfaithful to all 3 of his wives, you may go.
My phone number speaking.
I played this to my granddaughter a little while ago and she went, Nanny, it's you!
I still have the Naxtec calling cards in my memory book.
Yeah.
Yes. I have to say she was just rolling with laughter when Denise presented her with one at the end.
Well, Nicholas is not the easiest person to get to know. There are many facets to him, and not all of them are pleasant.
Please tell us more.
he'll take me, break my child and go. I'm scared he'll never let me know. Won't give himself away. I've looked at Nicholas now from love and hate, but still somehow it's love sad wonders I recall. I really don't know Nick at all. The beaten child, the hardened
Silver morning
man,
apple.
the hurt, the triumph, and the plan, the music that he can't quite stand, they're all Nick in a way. But now I know what I must do. I'm tired of fighting, I'll be true, and he will do what he must do. I've risked my own stay. I've looked at Nick from all sides now. I've been a fool, I've broken a vow, but with him and his family, I'll stay with Nick the way he wants to be.
It was fantastic, much better than I could have hoped for.
Jennifer Guile. That was Jennifer Guile. She has a beautiful
Yeah.
voice.
Closing
Yeah.
arguments, please.
We're about to hear the most beautiful voice, I think, of anybody there. Not Cleo, though she does well.
Sing me your song, it is sung to the wise who might advise, for they are the jury and true. Oh, it's the song of a apprentice boy not so dumb, whose glance was merry but never glum, who marched to a very different drum as he schemed to destroy.
From Yeoman of the Guard.
Hey, listen to me, he mustn't go free. He marched to a very different drum as he schemed to destroy all his family. I have a song to sing, oh, sing me your song, oh. It is sung with the ring of the truth that I sing for you all to listen with care. Oh, it's the song of a child who was cast aside, the cruel bosom would come and slide, who became an apprentice boy not so dumb, whose glance was merry but never glum, who marched to a very
Enigmatic.
different drum as he fought to find love and family. Listen to me, set this man free. He marched to a very different drum as he fought to find love and a family.
From Pennsylvania.
I have a song to sing, oh, sing me your song, oh. It's sung to the knell of a churchyard bell and a doleful dirge ding dong. Oh, it's the song of a man who with cannon sang, who killed a king and who broke a ban. It's the song of a bastard taken in by a poor widow woman, his tooth and kin, who became an apprentice boy not so dumb, whose glance was merry but never glum, who marched to a very different drum as he schemed to destroy all his family. Hey, dee, listen to me, he mustn't go
That's not an easy song to sing.
It really is challenging. I didn't meet Liz in Philadelphia for some reason, but we met again in Venice.
I can vouch for that for being a difficult song to sing.
Yeah.
And she had a sore throat in Philadelphia, and she had cough sweets there on the side of the table where I was sat.
If you are tempted to find the defendant not guilty, I trust that you will remember your enormous debt to the Vaticino and the grave risk to your own personal safety.
Here's how we do, what we to do. To defy the judge's jury will incur his lordship's fury, and that day will prove his will ever do.
The jury, of course, had more lines than anybody else in this. There was an awful lot to learn.
Thank you, Simon. You're absolutely right.
So a lot of the audience know what's coming.
Is not.
I trust that you are not about to find the defendant not guilty.
Not for a moment. No, the verdict is not proven. The charges against the victim have not been proven. He is free to go.
No.
But his character is ruined. Everyone will think that he is guilty, but that it couldn't be proven textually. Or beyond a reasonable doubt.
But it's quite legal in Scotland. The defendant is free and cannot be retried for the same crimes.
Oh well. This is a Gilbert and Sullivan pastiche, so it should come as no surprise that I am secretly very pleased that my grandson has been... I've always wished him well. In fact, I've secretly been on his side all along. It's just that it's so hard for me, you see. I'm old and sad and alone. So old. So sad. So alone.
Anne Macmillan as Mistress Bell.
Well, can it be that you care for me?
Was the perfect Bell.
Can find will.
The jury's debts are forgiven. The I do believe that Mistress Bell and I are about to be married.
So Anne couldn't make it to Philadelphia, so I married all the Naxettes instead, I think. If only. So
great seeing that again. Really.
Oh, Simon, it's taken me back 21 years.
That was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Fabulous.
Thank you.
Much fun.
So the verdict of not proven, I knew that as soon as I came up with the idea, I knew we were going to have that verdict. It seemed to fit Nicholas's character so well. You could read whatever you want into it. It is still a valid verdict in Scots law. And most recently, I don't want to get too political, but a former First Minister of Scotland was found not proven in charges against him in the way that he treated his staff and other people. So not valid at all. Doesn't exist in England, only in Scotland, and only in Scotland do they have 15-person juries. So.
Oh.
But the words are fantastic. When you see them again, I'd forgotten a lot of them.
Yeah.
It's wonderful to see them again, read again.
Just as funny. Just as funny.
Just as funny. Just as funny.
I can't imagine how those bemused people at the back reacted, because it would have made no sense to them. The ones who wandered in.
People came in, Tina. People came in and they were putting their heads around the door because I was right at the back. I think I was with Ingrid. It was amazing.
No, you must have been with Dee.
Maybe
you and I hadn't met. You would have been with Dee, yep.
Or maybe with Dee, because people kept poking their heads around the door to know why there was so much laughter.
Yeah.
Well, just the whole thing was bonkers, really. I mean,
Yes, it was.
and a lot of it is taken from things like Panto tradition, and Gilbert and Sullivan is a big known thing in the UK as well. So. Yeah, it was very strange. And the thing is, Dorothy Dannett was, because I was sat almost directly opposite her, she was laughing on. I wish we'd put a video camera on her. That's my big regrets. But not only was she laughing along, but Mungo Dannett, her son, who's not read the books, he was laughing as well. So quite a lot. So yeah, I think it was just basically nuts, really.
It was great technology at the time. I think the technical team did an amazing job.
Yeah. So we all had all sorts of issues. So the music was all on a CD. So I used a music sort of generation program to do that. I nicked a whole bunch of the basic stuff on the Gilbert and Sullivan website that had MIDI files there, but most of their songs were too long. Ours were shorter. Sometimes I had to change the key. One of the songs, the Scotsman Came to a Town of Bruges, there were only 2 verses in that, and I added a third. So I'm getting that bloody harp sort of glissando thing. Days to get that done. So I burnt it on CDs and sent it out. But yeah, it was quite amazing. And it was also online. There was a little program. I can't remember what it was called now.
Yes. It was before the days of MP3.
Yeah. But everybody's sound cards were different. And so the music came out differently for everybody. So it wasn't until we sent the CDs out, which Mark Line donated, because they were like £2.50 each in those days were CDs, did people actually get that. But the cast was just amazing. We just took people, if people said they could sing and do a role, we just said, well, yeah. And we just hoped it wouldn't be a complete disaster. And it went pretty well. So yeah.
Simon, we've had a request to stop screen sharing because I think people would like to see each other. Thank you.
Yes, if I can work out how to do that.
Can I just say, Simon, that the whole day has been great. It's been
It has.
very, very
Yes.
we shouldn't just think of, and the Nikado was wonderful. It was lovely to see it again and see everybody. The whole day has gone very well for such a big and long event. And I really do need this now.
Only for 6, you've only been on 6 hours.
Oh my dear Olive.
6 hours.
Oliver's got.
I finished the bottle, you see.
Oh, hello, Sharon.
I got up at a problem with this 7 on the West Coast.
Why Zoom is so difficult.
We don't have an excuse. We didn't have an excuse to drink this morning because it's only just going on to 4 p.m. here. I think it's time.
Yeah, I think
drank
it is.
it's only one.
Evening here.
It's been great. Absolutely lovely.
It's been.
Hi, Karen.
It has. It has.
Hello, Ingrid.
Hello. I turned my camera on finally.
Oh, yes.
We're having a heat wave. It's like high 20s Celsius here. It's supposed to go up to like mid 30s this weekend, and we're just like, oh, it's cooler inside. It's much cooler inside than it is outside right now.
Oh, poor Vancouverites. They're not used to it.
We're suffering. It's great.
Oh,
but you still have
it might reach 40 in part of your province. Yes.
Yeah, in the interior. Yeah, it's
But
crazy.
you still have 57 people there after 6 hours. It's done it mad.
Of course.
I mean, could you, any other society that would have all that number still there after 6 hours?
That is impressive, Joe. You're absolutely right. This is how badly we all want to get together
I
again.
was going to say, we all have no lives.
Okay, there's that.
Inner
I
lives.
have to say, Simon, it's made a real difference to have the subtitles because it's really hard to hear when things are moving quickly.
That was amazing. Very good. Very, very good.
Indeed, yeah.
Well, hopefully you'll be able to see a lot of you in person in 2023. So make it to Edinburgh then. Obviously, come next year too, but it will be fantastic. Yeah.
Looking forward to that.
Yes.
I hope so. It would be wonderful to get.
Anyway, I have to say that Olive and I have got a Thai takeaway getting cold downstairs. I just want to say, Simon and Tom and everyone who just thank you so much. It's been great. And to all my friends and all people I don't know and I long to know.
Yes. Enjoy your Thai meal.
Good night. We're off to get our Thai. Good night, guys.
Thank you for organizing. It was totally fun.
Thank you so much.
I did very. Olive and I would both agree. We did very little in comparison to Simon and Tom and Janet and Jenny and all the people who've done all the technological work. So, and the Nikado, Simon. That is.
Brilliant.
It was.
That's what I knew he was genius. I thought of him as genius.
Lovely to see it again.
It was fantastic to see it again. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just glad there were people who could actually sing.
Really, some fabulous voices.
There.
Oh,
Done
people are also talented. I wasn't surprised at all.
I can't sing. That's what I was going to give.
The speaking role.
Well, we looked for somebody else to play Jordan, and he was going to have to let the punishment fit the crime from the Mikado, but no. We wanted people to stay in the theatre. Anyway, thanks all very much for being here. I'll echo the thanks to Tom.
Thank you, everyone.
Here,
Thank
and
you,
Jenny
everyone.
and
It's lovely to
Janet,
see
who
you
I think
all.
have gone. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.